for the Friedrich Neumann Stiftung für die Freiheit, and we are based in Islamabad. We are working for freedom in Pakistan since 1986. I myself, from my skill training, I've done an apprenticeship as a photographer, later on studied Islamic history and international relations, and as a reserve officer of the German Armed Forces, I've done many missions abroad before I then joined the foundation and to come to Pakistan. We have either literacy or lawlessness or poverty as a pure production. For example, if you have a poor farmer in Sindh who doesn't even pay taxes, who is getting up by sunrise and is working until sunset, he does not even have a chance to be corrupt, he himself. It's more, as we say, corruption as a misuse of a power position for private gain, purely private gain. You have to have this position first to be corrupt on one hand, as you need two persons for corruption, the passive and the active one, but that would be finally the receiving one, but perhaps is sometimes also active in this respect that the receiving part can be blackmailing somebody else. And thus, even theoretically passive, he's finally getting quite active. So if you don't give him this position, if there's not the possibility, then he cannot be corrupt. And the one who is giving is often in a threatened position and in a weak position that he's forced to give. And many of the poor people cannot even give. So in this way, I wouldn't see poverty as such as a reason behind a strong corruption. Well, according to Rating of Transparency International, the answer would in that way clear, but as not states are corrupt in that sense, but a state can be bankrupt, but not corrupt in that sense, but the actors are individuals, the actors are single persons. And then if we ask the question, is a Pakistani person more corrupt than a German, I would never know the answer. I don't know, because both of them are human beings and the mechanisms of human beings are for both the same. One tool, as laid out, is the Freedom of Information Act, which has been come into law in many more Commonwealth countries in the recent years. This is the right direction in the step ahead, which laid a very good foundation. It's now up to the citizens and the individual to claim these rights. More steps can be taken in accountability. It can be more monitored from the media side, which is also there we are in a very good development in Pakistan, since we have a quite free media in here. So this is also a good sign for the development and in the reduction of corruption. And then it'll depend on the single states. It's difficult to speak of Commonwealth as a whole, as there are many single countries, and each of them has, even if there's a common heritage, there's nonetheless a differentiation in the current legislation. First of all, say no to corruption. If it occurs to you, every one of you, and every member of the Women Media Center. That's one thing, as a citizen, as an individual citizen. The other thing, as you are a multiplier, to monitor elections, where the first steps arise, and as well as to raise awareness by the products you're creating and by the approach you're having to the community. Whatever I've seen were very professional products, and being here now, the atmosphere speaks volumes. It's a pleasure to be in here, and it's you feel really the nice environment of the people communicating, which is the basics in media, but also interacting with each other. So that's a real pleasure, and from this perspective I think you have the right approach professional in the product, and by the way you are interacting with each other, I esteem you are also thus interacting with your audience, and therefore I think that's definitely the right path, and therefore good luck to you, and please continue.